Hello, all of you beautiful humans. Welcome, 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 welcome to Menopause and Madness. I am your hostess, April Rain, and welcome to my midlife crisis. How are you all doing? I just did a video showing Christmas gifts and that, and it is New Year's Eve. So I hope you are all in a happy place, in a safe place, and doing exactly what you wish for. I am kind of wanting to just talk a little bit about, the weight of everything, the weight of everything. I have been dealing with some depression. I just feel I had to put my hair up. I had to put my hair up because I was getting a little bit hot. So, dealing with the depression of not having my family here, that's a really big one, not having my children here. Um, that's huge. That's a huge part of the depression, and every year that goes by that like my children are not with me, it's a stab in the heart, and if you've been through this, then you know what I'm talking about. I know that you're out there because I get your emails and comments and I appreciate them so much. It helps me so much to see that there are other people that are going through very similar things that I'm going through. I mean, we're all going through something. And, even though all of our stories aren't the same, there's pretty close to a lot of the same um, traumas and issues. And as I have said before, my kids and I, we don't have strong relationships. We are estranged. They basically, you know, I can't say hate my guts because, in a roundabout ways, they're kind of slick about what they do. Drugs and alcohol play a big part in why uh, um, me and my children are estranged, my oldest son and my daughter. And so that makes it really hard. It makes it really hard. And this has been for years. We've gone through the motions. We've tried to help. We've been there. I've had the nights where I, sat up searching for a bed at a rehab or a hospital for my son and, praying that my daughter, I'm not getting that phone call. You know what I mean? And I think they've gotten better. I think they've gotten better, especially my daughter, which I'm really grateful for. It is kind of silly because like she doesn't want to talk to me, but she has become my friend through farmland. Through farmland, it's just these little like coy things she does, and I eat it all up. If that's the only little bit I get, then I eat it up because I love her. And so I think there's a lot of other folks out there that can understand that and what I'm going through with that. I'm positive there are. And you see me kind of smiling a lot when I talk, and it's only because I am trying so hard um, not to get emotional, which, April, don't get emotional with all this makeup on. But it's hard. And so when I am feeling the depression, because a lot of times I speak a lot about making yourself happy, and that's what I do. So I turn the wheels in my head and go and focus on something happy. So in doing that, I am literally repressing the sadness and the depression, of what I'm feeling. And I know that, I've been through therapists. Don't repress your feelings. You need to let them out. Come on. People don't want you to do that either. But I mean, I do have my cry sessions. Lonnie is very amazing about being there for me. Anytime stuff starts getting really heavy on me, I can talk to him about it. And, he understands and he's there for me. There's really, he's got to let me work it out for myself. But, he's there and I love him so much for that. And I hope that there are people out there for you if you go through these kinds of issues and situations. And if not, please remember, I am here. I am here. We're all messed up in some way. And I've noticed that, especially Gen X, you know, we have a lot of the same issues. I see all of us coming up with the depression and the anxiety and the insomnia and the ADHD or ADD and all of the other disorders that I'm seeing pop up everywhere. And it's crazy. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm really feeling strongly that that's something. So I feel that because of our generation, that it's something that's been programmed into us. It's something from the TV, the food, society. It's something from that parents that had to work, to take care of us that couldn't be there, and us working and can't and aren't able to be there for our children. I mean, it's these cycles. And of course, we hear a lot about breaking the cycle, and I wish I could have been the one to break the cycle. Um, I'm really hoping that in the long run, you know, my relationship with my daughter and my son can become more and become strong again. And then we can kind of break those cycles. My daughter doesn't have any children, but my son has two children from two different women. And, you know, he's not really he's not really doing the right things that he should be doing. And so, I one of the children, the mother and her parents like won't let me have anything to do with him. I watch him from afar. I watched him grow up. He's 11 years old now, 12 years old. And it breaks my heart. All this stuff, it weighs on me. And this is what seems like it would be so not small, because it is a big deal, but it's not something that I can change. It's not something I can change, so that makes it even harder, or the only way to change it is with lawyers. I don't have the money for that, and her family has quite a bit of money, so there's all these little variables that come with every little issue, and they think they poke at me. They poke in my head, and it's always there. And this is on top of like all of the other stuff. So you repress it. I repress it. And I try to think that I know how to cope with things. I've been through CBT classes. It's not that simple. They do help though. CBT is an amazing program. If you haven't heard of it, check it out. It really does help your thinking process and give you coping skills. But when you deal with someone like me who's had trauma basically throughout my whole life, with the exception of the last well, 13 years. I mean, there's, regular life stress, but, dealing with the trauma of losing my family, losing Lonnie's family, it builds up. I mean, I still deal with trauma from okay, look, this is so crazy. Lonnie and I really don't celebrate Valentine's Day. It's not at all. I made the stupid choice of marrying my first husband on Valentine's Day. And come on, I was 17 years old, cut me a little slack. It was a little cheesy, and it was like one of the dumbest mistakes I ever met in my life, I ever made in my life, So Lonnie has this tradition. We don't even know how it started, or, it just came out of like nowhere. He knows that I don't really like Valentine's Day. He still will buy me chocolates because I am a chocolate fiend. That's another issue, that whatever. But he buys me knives. Like, I love knives. I love knives. I love pocket knives that are like this big, and he gets really nice fancy ones, really pretty colors. And that's kind of a tradition, and that works for me. That really works for me. So I just thought I'd tell you that little piece of, because I'm seeing a lot of Valentine's Day stuff, and it's cute, it's pretty, it's just I can't. I can't, you know what I mean? I don't decorate for Valentine's Day. I don't, yeah, I kind of ruined it for myself. But, I get a lot of love every other day of the year, and including that day, so it's not something I'm missing out on. I do get it though. I get it. It's sweet. Growing up, my grandparents always sent me Valentine's cards. It was always that kind of love we always got, and then of course with school and all that kind of thing. So, I have great memories from that. But it's just trying to deal with all of this. I feel like I just want to grab like a loofah or something, sandpaper, and just clean the crap out of my brain and my memory, scrub it all away. I sometimes think that that would be better. And I've actually heard, read little snippets here and there of studies where they are going to be able to like mess with your memory like that. Now, I am never going to be down with a chip in my head or a chip in my body anywhere. That's not me. And I'm not down with all that. I'm really not. But could you imagine having all of the really traumatic memories being wiped so you don't have that PTSD anymore? I think about that a lot, you know. And I think everything this year, maybe I was overwhelmed with everything I'm doing, and I don't mean overstimulated. It's really easy for me to get overstimulated. I love to focus on things and I love to get things done, and I'm always in a hurry to get things done, and I got to do this and it's got to be perfect, and you know, sometimes it's just too much, and you don't realize it until your brain shorts out, and that's when your body tells you that you're getting a little fried here, sister, you know. So I that's what I've been going through the past like week, but a little bit longer, I just don't want to get on here and have attitude or have moods or be sad, because especially for Timu hauls, it's a fun time for me, and I can't pretend to be happy. I can't pretend to be happy. That's you know, I think if I try to be pretend to be happy, I get pissed at myself. Like this isn't, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, when it comes down to you getting a business call or something and you got to, put on that voice or put on the airs of, being professional. Not that I'm not professional, but I am not that professional person all the time. You know what I mean? Only in those situations, you know what I'm saying? I am a total child at heart. I'm a total, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I was told by a therapist that I was stunted when I was 17, and like I'm 17 forever. And, like I've said before, I pay my bills, I take care of responsibilities. What does it matter? What makes me happy? How to act or how to be. I mean, it's not like I run around, trying to go to the mall and, you know, running Lonnie ragged with all kinds of high school stuff. It's not like that. Oh, we got a siren go by and Boo is about to howl. So I am sorry about that. He's looking out because it just went by real fast. And Bodhi is the type of dog that he howls with the sirens. It's so sweet. And here he goes. So let me pause for a second so he can get this out. Okay, I think he's finished his singing for right now. Um, oh, getting back to the repression though, that's kind of my problem, and that is what has happened recently, is repressing everything so I can be happy for the holidays, so I can stay focused on what I'm doing, as far as, you know like with Timu and stuff like that. And I think it was just too much. It's like when you eat too much of a good thing and you feel sick in your tummy and you just need a cleanse, right? Or you need a purge. You know what I'm saying? And so I start feeling a little bit more sorry for myself. I'm not wanting to get out of bed. I'm not, which I do, but then I'm just, oh, Bodhi just rocked our world, didn't he? Sorry about that. So it's like being dirty on the inside and then needing to cleanse myself. Cleanse myself, you know, time to pull out the sage. It's time to drink more water. It's time to, I actually have been exercising with my thigh master. And I love that because, I do like, I work my thighs and then I work my arms and it feels good. I love to exercise. I love to work out. I love to work out on machines. I love to work out. Oh, someone's lighting up fireworks. You're okay, boo. You're okay. Look at. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. The fireworks go off and Bodhi goes off. He doesn't get scared of them so much as he wants to be as loud as they are. So, okay, I'm really sorry about that. So I was talking about the repression and cleansing and purging and all that, and that's what I'm working on right now. I have wanted to make a video like every day, but I go and I start to grab the equipment, or I look at needing to get ready to put makeup on. And not that I have to wear makeup, but you will always see me in makeup on in these videos. I love it. It makes me happy, and I get great feedback about it. So yeah. So even though it's New Year's Eve and we got the new year, and I don't make resolutions, I still want to be better. I still want to be better. I want to do better, and so that's what I'm working on right now. So I thought I'd start out with a couple videos and talk to you all and give you a little insight about why I am the way I am. That's a long series. I think the series will be going on for like a long time. And please, I want you to know that if you have anything to say, or you need to have any concerns, you need to talk, you just, want someone to listen without opening their mouth, please email me. Please email me at any time. I'm always here to listen. I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that. I'm just a friend. So, and it helps me. Like, just making this video has taken weight off my shoulders. Being able to talk about it. Yeah, I could go to a therapist, but I'm done with therapists now. I spent almost my whole life since I was 10 years old going to therapists. My first therapist was crazy. He was a minister, and he oh my gosh, he was so horrible. He was so mean to me. It was like, when tough love, and I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't a bad kid at all. I was just emotional and had trauma, and they didn't know a lot of the things that they know now. Um, but I did the things like talking back to my mom, and my mom was the kind of woman that probably should have never had kids, and she had five of them, and she only kept one. And she did raise me till I was 10, but it was fierce. And I spent the last 3 years of my mom's life taking care of her, being there, learning things, and she did apologize to me. And that's why I think sometimes it's not fair, because she left so soon. I didn't get to spend all that mother daughter time with her. You know what I mean? So excuse me for getting emotional. Thank you so much for being here. Um, we will have another mental health minute soon, because there are other things that I would like to speak about. And hopefully soon I'll get started with the lives for the mental health minute, so we can have like conversations, so we can have like group therapy. How's that? I swore my whole life I would. I the people tried to get me into group therapy, and I'm like, nope, Nope, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. And I never did it because I just, my thing is, I know it works for some people, but it doesn't work for me, and it's not for me. And I'm not trying to go into with a group of people in a room that I can't. And with you, it's different because we've already been friends, and I have seen so many, read so many comments about you going through same things, and you're telling bits of your stories, and it touches my heart. It touches my heart. It makes me want to dive more into it, you know. So I hope that you all have an amazing New Year's Eve weekend, and that you are doing exactly what you want to be doing. Um, Please, if you're new, please subscribe if you feel that you like this content and like the video. We have been having problems with people finding out that they're unsubscribed. It has happened to like many creators, many creators. I have had some of my friends tell me that they found that they were unsubscribed to my channel. So, if you want to see my content, please subscribe. If you want to see it when it first comes out, please ring my bell. Okay. You guys all have a great night. Please be safe. Please be safe. Please do not drink and drive. Please do not drink and drive. And as always, please be kind humans.